Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. Over 100 years ago, the Dark Wizard Hollowell prophesied his return, but Sheriff Aesop Stormwood swore his descendants would stop him. He created Stormwood and Associates with the sole purpose of defeating Hollowell in the future. It failed. Now the young Raz Stormwood and her friends have been framed for a crime they didn't commit, and they've escaped to the Morris Halata Underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive operating on the edge of society. If you have a problem, they can solve it. But don't get in their way, or else you might get caught in the eye of the storm. Stormwood and Associates stars Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood, Nick Izumi as Bill Carpathia, Kyle Johnson as Tristan Babbitt, and Trey Dorn as NK and Kel O'Reilly. We open as the Stormwood team is returning home from Pleasant Valley, Calisorda. The Golf and the Lumina pull into the garage doors of the Stormwood clubhouse. The team is tired. It is 6 a.m. They drove over. They apparently stayed a little bit too long in Pleasant Valley and ended up driving through the night when they realized that they did not want to pay the porn dwarf more money. And have arrived back home. As Babbitt steps out of the Lumina, he quickly glances at his phone, and because I have to provide this voice because we don't have Kyle for this episode. What will Babbitt sound like when I speak as Babbitt? Oh, pip pip cheerio, I must go now.
He's going to be real happy with that one.
It's but morrow. And I've got to see... Oh God, I've got to meet my lady friend. Because we're going away for a holiday weekend, aren't we, eh? You all have a great and lovely time. I'm off. Pip, pip. And I'm going to walk home for the convenience of not taking a vehicle. And then Babbitt heads out the door.
Okay, bye. Raz, has a hand up and a wave off as she flops onto the couch and starts.
NK is exhausted and steps out of the Golf. I figure it's like one of those episodes of Ninja Turtles where they had a different voice actors for one of the Ninja Turtles, and you turn on the episodes that's not what that character's supposed to sound like.
And that's what happens when you're not here to voice your character.
It's not his fault.
British accent.
It's not his fault. No. My plan was to directly pick up after getting home from the previous adventure. It's not his fault. He didn't know I was going to do that. All right. So as you guys, Bill is here. Obviously, what is Sword Guy doing? What is Sword Guy's real name? I don't remember.
Izo.
Izo.
Izo. Yeah. Izo Yoshifuru. Or excuse me, Okada Izo. And Yoshifuru is a formal part. You don't need that. But Okada Izo.
I
Actual
you
historical figure.
said that like 3 different ways.
Just Izo
Izo.
is fine.
I will remember Izo. All right. So what is Izo doing as he is now entering the clubhouse?
He is vaguely confused by everything because he wasn't really. He has a basic grasp of what to expect because of the way that familiars are summoned, but he's also just kind of not sure where he should go or what he should do at this point.
All right. So as Izo, where does Izo immediately go? Like, where is he standing and what is he doing?
He kind of wanders to the middle of the shared space within the clubhouse.
All right. Immediately, Kel pops into existence in
Yep.
his blue holographic form directly in front of Izo.
Here we go.
He
Hey!
draws.
Yeah, that's not gonna do much to me, because Kel waves his hand through his face. I do not have a physical presence.
Great. This is the last thing I needed. What are you?
A soul pulled from the ether and then connected to a computer. I guess.
Huh. He puts his sword away uncomfortably.
So I'm a person. I'm just not a person. Like, in the metaphysical sense, I'm a person. In the physical sense, I'm spooky.
Relatable.
Raz yells from the couch, a bit muffled because she's kind of like face down. She kind of face planted into the couch. Cal, that's Izo. We call him Sword Guy.
You guys told me about Sword Guy over the comms, remember?
Sword Guy, this is Cal. We call him Cal.
I used to inhabit the body of Magic Hitler. He's not going to get that reference.
I'd say that's a little before my time, I think.
I mean, what? Well,
Or
I mean,
after my time.
So what year are you from?
I'm from what I've been told was the end of the Tokugawa Bakufu and the beginning of the Meiji era.
Yeah, great. Do we know what approximate year is that? In our westernized whatevers.
I suppose the 1870s on your calendar.
Oh, great. So, you ever hear of Hollowell?
The name rings a bell.
Yeah, he tried to conquer the world. Yeah, I used to be stuck in him.
Oh,
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
extremely.
This is what he looked like when he was, like, young and attractive.
Well, what do you know? You certainly think highly of yourself.
I'm very attractive. I know it. I've done very well. It's not important. Anyways, boss, there's a weird development that has happened over the past 24 hours or so.
Oh,
Raz,
I thought we were gonna sit down.
oh, well, I mean, you can sit down. I don't know if there's anything you can do about this thing, but I have recorded a clip off the news for you because
Jeez.
I don't know how to explain this in any other way. Okay?
Okay.
This is my way of getting around the cliche of the news conveniently being on at the same time that you turn it on. No, it's Kel recorded it. Fight me, TV tropes. All right, so Kel points at one of the big screens on the wall, comes to life. News comes on, and it's a San Ricardo news station. It's been 24 hours since San Ricardo Mayor Gray Bailey has resigned for quote-unquote personal reasons. No one's really sure what exactly those reasons are, but it leaves a vacancy in the San Ricardo mayor's office. Over the past 24 hours, several candidates have announced that they will be running in the emergency election. One of the more interesting ones is Kel O'Reilly. Kel O'Reilly notably helped lead the team that secured the habitat for the dragon Alcatraz and other escapades for the city. He currently has the endorsement of the San Ricardo Police Department and is polling very highly. Kel O'Reilly told this to our reporters earlier today. Look, I am honored to serve the city of San Ricardo in any way that I can, and I hope that my candidacy will lead us to a more stable city, and I hope I can help us prosper going forward. Kel clicks off the TV. So yeah, that is
There is a muffled screaming coming from the couch.
So great, you know. He's still using my name. That's
And he's taking credit for stuff that we did.
To be fair, he was there too.
I mean, yeah, but you're hardly the leader.
Well, I know. Raz is the leader. But Raz is also a fugitive. And I don't know, dude. This is bad. Who cares? Like,
yeah, no kidding.
Whether or not, like, does it really matter if Hollowell's saying he led the group or if he was just a member of the group? He wasn't. He was along for the ride. I was driving and we didn't know he was there. But why are we worried about credit? He's running for mayor of a town, of a major city.
Yeah, you got some major Buffy season 3 vibes going on.
After the mysterious resignation.
So he killed that guy, right?
No, he's still alive. I assume. I mean, I guess that could be. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen footage, but the mayor's not. I mean, I guess it could be someone in disguise, pretending to be the mayor.
Killed that guy.
I mean, they got the whole Order of Greyhaven. Like, they could have just blackmailed him.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Jeez. Well, this is wonderful.
Yeah, because if he wins this election, guess who controls the police department?
The guy who wants us dead?
The guy who wants us dead.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's not great. So, you know, that's and something else is happening. You hear a crash from the office area.
Raz pokes her head over the couch.
Mikhail's been in there for like the last 4 hours.
Huh.
Oh boy.
Doing what?
I don't know. I can't go in there.
Alright. Can Raz yell loud enough? She doesn't want to move from the couch.
She can try.
She's tired. Miguel!
Roll me a d10.
Yes. Roll the yell. I got a 7.
All right, that was. You hear?
What did I wander into?
Mikhail Enris, is he in his Dave disguise? No, he's not in his Dave disguise. All right, Mikhail Enris walks out as himself. Yes. Oh, good. You are here.
Yeah, what's up? What you been working on?
Ah, yes. He's holding up the the Grimoire of Alexander Stonefoot. I think I may have a solution to our problem with the Stone of Rebirth.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, so there is a passage that it took me a while to decipher because for some reason Stonefoot wrote an entire chapter in a code that it has taken me time, because apparently he was of the opinion that it shouldn't be easy knowledge to know how to destroy highly powerful enchanted magics.
I mean, that tracks.
I mean, does it though? I mean, wouldn't the world be better if any magical situation could be easily taken down by anyone? Would not life be more egalitarian considering how many people cannot perform magic? That any magic user could easily be defeated by anyone else?
Yeah, but I don't think that the average stuck-up, old-school magic user is going to agree to you on that. A lot of them like smelling their own farts.
I do not believe that to be literally true. If you are speaking metaphorically, I guess. Anyways,
Metaphorically.
Okay. I do not believe fartomancy is a popular choice in Path.
Yeah, but I did know some guys from a frat who absolutely were playing.
Wow, I don't... Okay, guys.
Just throwing that out.
Fartomancy!
Now... Happy to be of service. Now... It looks like to destroy an object as powerful as the Stone of Rebirth, we will require effectively a much more powerful channel to draw magic through.
But...
Now, I have good news and I have mediocre news.
Mediocre first.
The mediocre news does not make sense without the context of the good news.
Fine, good news first.
The good news is that I am aware of several items that could be used as focusing, and one of them I am certain is attainable. And that is the Tristones of Nakur. They are 3 magical items that work in tandem. When connected, can be used to dispel or destroy a powerful magical item such as this, where if a caster focused their dispel spell, it's a confusing way to word that, their dispel spell through the Tristones of Nakur, an object as powerful as the Stone of Rebirth could be rendered completely inert and back to its base components without magic. Now, I am certain that the Tristones of Nakur are all within the country.
Okay.
And I have been attempting to track and triangulate them. And I have, with quite certainty, know that all 3 of them are in the western United States of Aramesia. One of them...
That's promising.
It will take me time to narrow down the exact locations of all 3, but I do know where one of them is right now.
One is probably good.
Yes, they do not appear to be close to each other. So the one I have located is in the town of Deep Valley, Cordillera. Cordillera is effectively the United States of Aramesia equivalent to Montana.
Oh.
Okay.
I cannot tell you exactly where in the city it is, but the town is approximately 60,000 people. So,
Fun.
It's at least, you should, when there, an object of this sort of magical significance should not be hard to find. It will radiate an energy that obviously you can focus on.
Right. Huh. Well, that's promising at least. Trying to stay positive on this one, you guys.
Yes. So, go get it, I guess. NK sighs. I'm not... Okay, so that's not close. That's not close at all. She looks at the vehicles.
Yeah, that'd be a bit of a trip. ESO would be a really long trip.
Where you go, I will follow.
Oh, you can stay here. Then, we got a couch. With
My
that,
couch.
Mara walks into the clubhouse. It is 6 in the morning. You have never seen Mara in the clubhouse at 6 in the morning.
Huh.
So,
Hi, Mara.
Martin.
You're awfully awake.
haven't gone to bed yet.
Ah! Now that tracks.
She stops and looks at Izo. What is that?
I'm a samurai. Or rather,
She starts laughing.
he's a familiar. He's the remains of a Meiji Restoration samurai who ended up following us home from the last thing that we did.
For real?
Yes, for certain.
It's at this point you notice that she's got, in her hand a mason jar full of blood.
What is that?
Okay, just hold
Stuff.
up.
Stuff that I need.
She's got this project she's working on, which does require blood.
She walks over to there's a couple of refrigerators on the wall. She walks up to the left one that says keep out in marker on a sign taped to it that none of you have been going into. Opens it up and it's just there are 8 jars of blood in the fridge, and she just puts it there. Closes the fridge.
Wonderful.
How's that come along?
Working on it. Working
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Got a lot easier now that I've got the fake ID. I don't know
Good.
how old she is. Why will no one tell me how old she is?
Yeah, I'm mildly disturbed by that too, but not enough to actually ask.
Mara, you want to come on a road trip with us?
How far is this road trip? Kel pulls up Google Maps on the TV. Well, okay, so 15 hours? 17 if we go through Williams.
I heard Williams is nice this time of year.
Delightful.
I don't believe anyone has ever said that about the state of Williams. I believe people have said, does the state of Williams really exist? Because I heard nobody lives there.
Raz at this point is half asleep.
I'm not, in case she's tired. I'm not driving. I'm not going. Look at what we drive.
Should we go buy a new car?
Okay, so
Or a plane?
look,
We could get a helicopter.
okay, let's take a let's take a look at the actual information about this town.
We could get a
Before-
hovercraft. We just gotta make sure it's not full of eels.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go make the boss coffee.
all right. So let's take a look at this. Look at this town, Deep Valley. All right, I'm gonna do. Let's do my thing here. All right. So Deep Valley is unsurprisingly in a valley. Shaka, right?
Is it in a deep valley?
It's not like particularly deep. It's in some
Oh,
mountains.
That's dumb.
I don't know. Look, it's in a river valley. It's higher altitude than we are now. So it's a town of 60,000. They've got some local media. They got a local news station. There's a couple of radio stations. Nothing like super surprising. A lot of farm stuff. There's some oil business outside of town. Like, I'm sure there's some guy riding a cow. I don't know. Praying a grizzly doesn't eat his cow. And there's a weirdly popular podcast. Like, it seems like the news media is dominated by a local podcast. That's weird.
Oh,
But,
that's encouraging.
But, like, there's nothing, like, weird about the place. Like, there's no, like, reports of, like, the crime rate is low. If someone's holding on to this thing there, like, if one of these tri-stones of Nakur are sitting in there, like, I think it should just be an easy grab and dash. Like, it's probably just sitting in someone's basement, right? Mikhail, who's still standing in the room. Yeah, no, could be. There's no chatter on the internet about these stones on the black market, so none of the major players seem to be in possession of them.
Alright, that part is encouraging.
I'm going to go and open up I've got to go take a delivery for the restaurant. We open for lunch, so Mikhail transforms into Dave. So he appears to, grow a foot shorter, become a human, balding, portly from his tall, slim, normal self. Walks
Thanks
out
for
the
your
back
help,
door.
dude.
Yup. Time to make the tacos. And, so, Mikhail heads out. Alright, so, this is a drive.
And a long one.
But do we need everybody?
Suppose that's a good point.
I mean, like...
Hey, Izo? Look, I know that you really want to follow me. The life debt. Yeah, I know. But... we gotta be economy about this trip, so... just... you can crash here for a bit. What do you mean, crash?
So, okay, you can sleep on the couch that Raz is currently occupying. We can set you up a bed long term. It's just that I gotta go to the... I can't go to the used furniture and supply, because they might... Oh, no, they might be open. Just the owner's out of town with Babbitt. We can get you a bed, and, there's and she points towards the office area that, Michaela come over, like, so there's like a full bathroom and shower back there. There's a regular bathroom attached to this room. She points to a door that's next to the area to them. And that's a regular bathroom, but in the back, there's one with like a full shower. And we've got food in the fridge, not the one full of blood, the one that's next to the one full of blood. We know it's weird. Mara sits down on one of the chairs and just kind of shrugs.
This is acceptable. Should you require my services, though? Yeah, no worries, no worries. I'll stay in touch.
There's a foosball table over there, too. I'm thinking about putting in some arcade machines.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, and Kel can help you find stuff on the internet. Kel perks up. Oh, yeah, no, look, Kel snaps his fingers and, like, 5 different puppy videos populate on screens behind him.
This is acceptable.
Yeah, great. Mara has fallen asleep in the chair that she's in. Okay, so it's like a 15-hour drive to this place, though. If it's just a simple grab and go, Bill, you and Raz could just go. And I could, like, get some sleep. And then I'll work on buying us a better car while you're gone. And maybe we could get Izo some regular pants.
My Hakama are easy to move in.
Yeah, and they'll make you stick out like a sore thumb if you go outside. And part of the point of this place, and AK gestures around her, is to keep a low profile.
Very well.
The desire is not to be noticed, and you are very noticeable.
I'll defer to your wisdom then.
All right. And so Brez, Bill, why don't you guys just take the Lumina and go?
All right. Road trip, boss?
I mean, get some sleep first.
Yeah. Raz is like asleep on the couch now.
Well, Babbitt drove the Lumina. Did Bill sleep in the car?
Yeah, he's pretty well rested at this point, so.
You guys are going to be on the road for like 15 hours.
I can drive.
1 second, and NK runs back to the back and reemerges with a stack of cash. Since you don't have credit cards, here.
Oh, good call.
Yeah. Go grab the Tristone of Nikur thing. And
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, you could call it the Silmaril. She's talking in her sleep. Don't worry about it.
as if the GM actually knows anything about that stuff.
Yeah, that's why.
The GM don't. The GM never finished reading Lord of the Rings, let alone any of the other stuff. I've seen movies.
Eh,
All right. So,
half of them are good. Yeah, moving on.
moving on. All right. So, I mean, actually, no, I don't want you to drive the golf. Okay, so, yeah, go have fun, I guess.
Bill grabs some snacks and things, and something to drink, and queues up some.
So, what is Bill grabbing to drink?
There is a probably something akin to Mountain Dew.
Like from the fridge, or?
Yeah.
All right, are we looking at a bottle or a can?
Bottle.
Roll me a d10.
God. 8.
You narrowly avoid grabbing a bottle of blood that is filled of a Mountain Dew bottle that's full of blood.
Seriously, why is this in the normal fridge?
Mara kind of literally, what? Oh. She walks over, takes it, and then like 3 other bottles that were in the fridge and moves them to the blood fridge.
Normal fridge, blood fridge.
You're a blood fridge.
That doesn't even make sense, and I make nonsense comebacks all the time.
You're full of blood.
I'm not cold, though. So it's a dumb insult.
Seems like you're being pretty cold right now. She goes back to her chair.
Oh my god. Anyway. I'm ready to roll.
Raz is napping on the couch.
Okay, so we just want to put Raz in the passenger seat.
Yeah, anyone want to help me move her? I'll just...
Her
I don't
go
know.
bag's already in the car.
Good point. Even better.
So, NK is going over to help. Is anyone helping Bill and NK move? Because Mara's asleep.
Izo helps, because
Okay.
Izo...
So, yeah, all right. All right, so we're going to roll to see if this is successful. So, again, Raz needs to roll a d10.
8.
All right, NK rolled a 5. What do Bill and Izo roll?
Bill rolls a 10, Izo rolls a 3.
How is Bill in the clutch here? All right. You managed to lift up Raz and transport her safely into the passenger seat of the Lumina without waking her.
Oh my god. Bill puts on a true crime podcast and starts driving.
All right. True crime podcast. All right. I don't have any parody names off the top of my head.
You can't parody the one that's on our network?
Well, I can't come up with a
decent parody name for it.
It's
Yeah.
their name is it's hard to parody Cool and Unusual Punishment. It's already. I'd have to have time to prep. I mean, I could,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But yeah, no, you put on a true crime podcast like Cool and Unusual Punishment on the Nerd and Tie Network. You can find more at coolandunusualpunishment.com and check out their long-running Lucan Build series. All right, so, all right, you guys head out. This is a 15-hour road trip. Raz, how long do you think you're asleep for?
Let me roll.
Yeah, roll me a d10. That's the number of hours.
3.
So 3 hours later, you wake up as you're driving through the Halata Desert.
Hey, boss.
Oh, shit. Whew. Okay. We're going. We're just going.
Yeah, we figured that since this was kind of important and all, that we should just start driving and we'd just load you into the car. So far, so good.
Ah, she's awake. Yeah, so I'm here for moral support in your ear. And we'll be doing
cool.
any required research you need.
Cool.
And NK said not to bug her.
Sweet.
Which is why I am blasting Christmas music in the clubhouse right now. Because I thought that was rude. Mara is very angry. But she doesn't know the combination to where my stone is. So, because NK didn't trust knowing where the money was. So I'm safe. And she is kicking on that door. And thank God NK built a safe. And Izo is completely calm and seems to be fine with it, which is actually like making Mara more angry.
No, that tracks with what I've known of the guy so far.
So like it's a scene here.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Don't forget the hippopotamus one.
Oh,
That was
that one.
really annoying. If you
That's
loop
like the
it,
worst
ooh.
one.
It's
It's like easily the worst one.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's
by a country mile.
but yeah, you kids have fun. And if you need me, I'm here.
okay.
All right, so you guys, Your drive is fairly uneventful but long.
Yeah.
After, whatever 10 hours on the road, you stop at some roadside motel, stay the night. Nothing exciting, no one tries to kill you in the motel. It's nice. No creepy priests show up at the door, no trap doors or gas. It's great.
This is a welcome change of pace, if I'm going to be perfectly honest.
You get a night's sleep, and the shower was actually clean. So yeah, no, it's because you stayed at a decent chain that has standards. So not in a Econo Lodge. And you get back in the car and you drive yet again. Are you guys going to be driving at night or in the daytime for the second half? When are you aiming to arrive?
I just kind of started going because it sounded like it was important we get there quick, so I hadn't actually thought about when we were arriving. Probably should have thought about that before I started driving.
Well, I don't know.
I'm just curious.
I know, but if this was me in real life, I'd just be like, hey, we get there when we get there, and then we start doing the stuff,
Okay.
And if we feel like sleeping, get a motel for a night.
Yeah.
Because I figure as soon as we get to town, we detect spooky and see what's going on.
Basically.
No matter what time it was.
All right. So you guys also, we'll get you there in the evening. Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network. And that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Feywild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Feywild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.